Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at the Walking Dead All-Out War miniature game from Mantic Games. I recently bought into the Kickstarter for this, my first ever Kickstarter, so I thought I'd do a bit of an unboxing because I'm really pleased with the quality of the product. So let's get started. Let's take off the lid of the fantastic artwork on the box there. And inside you can see there's a number of miniatures there, look really good quality. Really impressed with how Mantic have laid everything out here. A little bit of a close-up here of the Rick Grimes character, who I'm sure most people will be familiar with, whether you're into it from the TV series or from the comic book which this is based upon. Fantastic quality on these one-piece miniatures, all made of hard plastic. Next we've got Carl Grimes, his son, with his lucky hat. Again, the detail's fantastic. Next up we've got Michonne. This is a Kickstarter exclusive, I believe, although there will be another version of Michonne with her two walkers available at a later date. And it wouldn't be a Mantic game if it didn't have a little zombie of Ronnie Renton in there. Fantastic quality again. And here we just see another part of the Kickstarter exclusive is just a little initiative badge. So lifting off the top set there, really good packaging as well. Underneath we've got another layer of stuff just taken off. This is a dice bag that you get with part of the Kickstarter. The dice are obviously different colours to do different things in the game. I'll not go into too much detail there, just to say that the bag, decent quality, nice little print on there, doesn't look like it'll come off. Just lifting off the little plastic cover here. And underneath you've got some of the additional scenery that came with the Kickstarter. So here we've got one of the trucks. I've just started making a start on spraying these up now, so I couldn't really wait to kind of get started. But yeah, really good quality, dead light, sort of bashed up truck there. It's again similar. It feels like a similar kind of plastic to the miniatures, hollow underneath as well, so it's quite light, but can be used pretty much in most games, kind of a modern day or futuristic type things, I suppose. And again, just a car there as well. You get two cars and two trucks in this Kickstarter set. So yeah, pretty pleased with those. Certainly a step up on the tabletop from the cardboard versions. So really happy they came with the Kickstarter. So next we're kind of moving on now. There's some barriers and some loot counters. Again, these were upgrades. There's card versions in the standard box, and these were upgrades. So some tires there, little bits of kind of metal leftovers, garage gates or kind of shutters or something. And again, I've just started to make a little bit of paint on these, but not quite finished them yet. A little bit of a broken down fence there with some boxes behind. These can be used, I guess, for a number of games, not just for this, but yep, good bit of sculpting on those. And again, another little barrier, kind of broken down fence, little bit of kind of metal railings there with some cones on the end as well. Again, great quality, can be used in more than just The Walking Dead. And each of these little barriers, you get two each of those in the Kickstarter. Also, you get to these little sort of loot counters, which again are card in the standard version, but these were the upgrades. A little briefcase there, and again, there's two each of these. A little kind of bit of wooden planks, and it looks like cardboard boxes or something to be painted up there. But again, it really kind of come to life on the game board rather than just having flat counters. And again, another little kind of couple of crates there with some kind of tins or cans inside. Just really kind of brings the game to life. So I'm really pleased with the Kickstarter extras that we got there. So onto the cards, and the best thing I can say about these is that they're very kind of reminiscent of Fantasy Flight, kind of the mini cards that come with either kind of X-Wing or those kind of games. And there's a mixture of equipment cards here, and also some supplies. And some of these are from the expansion as well, so not all from the base game. And there's a number of things in here, so you can see there's a tire iron there, which can be used as a melee weapon. These are lurkers that can be sort of pulled up when you're searching for things. There's bandages for repairs, guns and things in there. You can see some of them have point costs on them, and you can use these when you're building your team at the start of the game, where your band can have a points cost, and you'll use those points to build them up, and so you can equip them with weapons at the start of the game as well. A number of different things in there, jackets and pump action shotguns and first aid kits. So yeah, number of different things there to choose from, and of course Rick's hatchet there, and even a crossbow. Maybe Daryl Dixon is in the comic books after all, hiding away there with his crossbow. So then we're kind of, moving on from those. We've now got the other set of cards there, the smaller, the sort of middle-sized ones, which are the event cards. Number of these different ones, and in the Kickstarter as well, you also get a collector's edition Walkers card, which just kind of gives you some information about the Walkers themselves there. So a bit of information so you can see what's on there. So these are cards that are turned over when there's at a point in the game where basically they create an event or something happens. Different things, so things that won't stay down. And again, these are linked to the threat as well here. So you can see this increases the threat level by 1. There's a threat counter in the game which basically can make different characters react different ways. And as you can see here, there's some things that happen when it's low threat or all quiet, some things that happen at medium threat, and some things that happen at high threat. So obviously the more that as the threat increases, the worse the effect of those cards as well. And next we're on to the character cards really. So you can see there Carl Grimes. The back of the cards, the artwork again is fantastic. One thing that's really consistent through this game is the artwork from the comic books is really excellent. This basically tells you the points of the character, gives you a little bit of information about the character, what their melee, their shooting, their defense stats are from a colored dice point of view, which is interesting. How many health points they have, and it also has the items where you can hold their items and their armor. But I'll come on to that towards the end of the video. Number of different characters there you can see, and again some of those come with the starter set, some of those come with the expansion that comes with this as well. And underneath there's 8 little walkers just hidden away for those that didn't notice them the first time. Not the best of shots there, but really is some fantastic quality. I can't really say just how impressed I am on the quality of those miniatures. So lifting out that second layer underneath, this is where we've got some of the paperwork that comes with the game. So there's a quick start rules there just to kind of get you into the game. Excellent for first timers to miniature games. Just shows you the components, everything that comes, so you can check to see what you've got. A little bit about a kind of a tutorial game there that's played on a small size with just a few little bits and pieces. Some really good diagrams there just to show you exactly how some of the rules work. The quality of the print looks excellent. So yeah, good place to start if you especially if you're new to miniature games. Next, we've got the main rule book. Again, artwork's fantastic. Really does feel like a comic book quality, really, to that. Table of contents there at the front. Some fantastic shots of whatever the kind of game boards you'd like to play on. And also there, just to kind of see you can play this solo. Don't have to have a number of people to play it. Again, some of the shots inside just showing up some of the painted miniatures from Mantic. The artwork, again, some artwork from the comic books or the graphic novels, should I say. So yeah, quality, full colour pages, some really good shots for a bit of inspiration for if you want to paint the miniatures yourself. And yeah, just really drawn on the background of The Walking Dead. Back page there really does just have a little bit of a quick reference guide to give you a little bit of information about the sequence, and tells you which pages to turn to just to reference those rules. This is the Days Gone By expansion, so in here there's some extra scenarios, some extra bits to look through. Some special rules that come in with the expansion as well. A little bit more artwork there as well. Yeah, again, fantastic quality, really well printed, really well laid out. Seems very obvious when you're reading through them as well. And there's definitely some scenery rules as well there. So there's a little bit of scenery there that we'll touch on when we look at what else comes in. So this is a little kill zone marker that comes for measuring one of the effects in the game, just placed over the top of the zombie so you can see what's in the range. You can see there it's just kind of red on the edge, and that's just something I've just done with a marker pen, just to colour the cardboard, just something I did with my X-Wing miniature bases as well, and just really kind of sets them out a little bit. So the threat tracker there, so you can see it goes from all quiet up to low, medium threat, and into high threat. Good, thick, quality card stock, really impressed with that. This is just a range ruler, so you can see sneak there and run measured out. So sneak, you can kind of sneak away from the zombies. Run, you create noise and they hear you and move towards you. So that's really useful. And on the other side, there's a movement template for the walkers themselves. These are just the little counters that come, little health counters, and again you can see I've just kind of coloured the sides of them there. It just helps them to stand out. Sort of a health counter on one side and a little bite on the other for when you flip them over. And these are some further little counters that are in the game for different effects as well. Print quality is really good. Some of them were a little bit hard to punch out, but generally not too bad at all. These are just scenery markers, so again, you can use your own little bits of trees and stuff if you've got that stuff, but for someone really just getting into miniature games for the first time, these are excellent, and we could definitely be used in other things as well, I think. These are just the initiative counter there. You obviously get the plastic one in the Kickstarter, and these are the car or the truck templates as well. Decent cardstock. Also, as part of the expansion, you get the RV there. So Dale's RV that you'll probably know from the TV show especially. So yeah, a number of different counters in there. The barriers as well. So you saw the plastic barriers that we got with the Kickstarter. These are the cardstock barriers that come in the standard game as well. And there's also the loot counters there as well. So rather than the little plastic ones that we showed before, these are the card ones that you get just to flip them over with searched on the back there once they've been searched. So yeah, generally pretty pleased with all of the components of the game. And also comes with the game is the base mats as well, so the mats to play the game on. One comes with the standard game, which is this one you can see here with the road markings on. Good quality print, looks good, but a little bit shiny I suppose, and the folds in it could probably take away from it a little bit, but great place to start. No doubt you'll want to build your own mat at some point or buy some of the upgraded neoprene ones. And this is the one that comes with the expansion as well. On the back of the expansion map there, you've also got a list of all the different stuff that come in Wave 1. Some of it Kickstarter exclusive, some of it comes with the game, and some of it are retail exclusive as well. So even if you've paid the Kickstarter, you've got to go and pick them up from the store. This is just a little bit of information here just to let you know about the player card. So at the top left and top right there, you can see these are basically where you can put your armor. So a place for head and a place for body. Then you've got two items, which is basically a left hand and a right hand. So you can see we've got the axe there and a gun. And then in the bottom, we've just got some gear there, basically, which is effectively what you've got in your backpack. What you can do is you can switch out between your backpack and your side, your hands, I suppose. But that just takes one of the actions in the game. So thanks for watching. This has been my first unboxing. Hopefully it was quite useful for you. And hopefully you'll want to get in and buy The Walking Dead when it hits stores. Thanks very much. See you again soon.